NCAA tournament, but he's healthy, and he is UCLA's leading scorer.
Speaking of electric, how about that rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner? Flea, a Neo Hendrix version on the bass. Let's rock.
UCLA #1, or Arizona #1 for the first time since 2003. The last time UCLA beat a #1 team was Arizona in the Pac-10 tournament here in Los Angeles at Staples Center in 03 as Tarzewski
this morning. He's going to pound it inside tonight. He's going to look at that Bruin front line and say they cannot hang with Tarzewski, with Ashley, with Gordon, with Hollis Jefferson. That's the key for Arizona.
Arizona lost all 3 meetings with UCLA last year. That hit the foot. Wildcats have beaten Duke, Michigan, San Diego State, and Drexel. They were down 19 points in that game. In fact, of their 15 wins, 5 have come and they've trailed at the half.
Arizona is the best team I've seen this year. But championship teams, they don't play close games. They blow other opponents out.
They tried to feed Tarzewski again, to your point, but that time it was batted away. Here's Anderson, who on the season averaging 15 points, 9 rebounds, and almost 7 assists. No one in college basketball has those numbers. You said the Ware twins had to step up, and it's Travis Ware with the first basket for the Bruins.
David and Travis's parents, Dave and Gloria, never miss a game. They're both here tonight. They are standing tall and proud in Pauley Pavilion.
Here's Ashley back to the basket. And Anderson takes it away. UCLA, a much more up-tempo team this year as the 3 rattles out for Jordan Adams. Shooting 38% from out there.
This matchup right here, Norman Powell against T.J. McConnell. Keep him in front of you. Don't let him create.
Ashley's 3 rims out. Pulled down by Anderson. Ahead to Powell. He'll attack. And gets the layup.
UCLA basketball at its best. Defense leading to offense. Quick push-ahead pass. Not sure why Tarzewski's thinking about taking a charge. Get up in the air and block a shot.
Ashley thought about trying the 3 again. Instead, he's able to feed Tarzewski in a 3-point.
Able to finish in transition, stay up there and continue the press. But why is UCLA defensively giving up penetration? Arizona is not a good perimeter shooting team. If they have a weakness, that's it.
And Steve Alford talked about that today. We'll see a lot of zone from UCLA. They want to pack it in and force Arizona to take perimeter shots. Adams misses, but a save by David Ware, and then Travis Ware lost it. But the Bruins able to keep possession. Powell drives the lane and throws it down. Arizona allowing penetration.
Arizona can allow penetration. They've got the big guys. They've got the front line. Powell on fire here tonight.
Feeds a cutting Anderson. Back-to-back throwdowns for the home team. When's the last time you heard Pauley Pavilion this loud, Bill?
Last year when Arizona was here.
UCLA won that game, and there's Aaron Gordon, the high-flying freshman. There's Aaron Gordon, the high-flying freshman, on the alley-oop from McConnell.
UCLA won all 3 games against Arizona last year. This is sadly the only meeting between these 2 teams this year, and that will be corrected by Larry Scott, the fine commissioner of the Pac-12.
David Ware in the miss. Andy Katz is joining us. We'll have more on that and what that means for the Pac-12. As McConnell lost it, had trouble with a handle a couple of times now. Numbers for UCLA, 4 on 3, the alley-oop. A bad pass by Anderson, but Ware with the catch, and now a reset.
Ware brothers on top of their game tonight. Quickness to the ball, move it, and then knock down jumpers.
And again, Travis Ware from outside, and the Bruins with a 3-point lead. 4 minutes gone by in the opening half. That's 4 points. Make that 5 points out of the 10 for Travis Ware.
Bruins are playing perfect, and they're only up 3.
And Travis Ware averages just 6 points per game in the season. Good D so far by the Bruins on the perimeter.
If you're Arizona, you've already won big road games.
And T.J. McConnell transferring from Duquesne. Even though he was a scorer there, he's become mostly a distributor. He can shoot it. 43% at Duquesne from 3-point land, but has not shot it often this year from behind the arc, and when he has, under 30%. He's a great leader, an assist man, and really made a difference with this Arizona team.
He is the indispensable guy. He's not their best player, but you take him off the team, and it's not a championship team.
Anderson, no, there's Travis Ware again. And there's McConnell with the rebound.
Position yourself to use the board on that jumper.
Gordon driving, rejected by Ware. Gordon with a great pass, though. Ashley couldn't finish.
That Steve Alford came here to be number one, not to beat the number one team. But to be number one, you ultimately have to beat them. And this is a game that will go a long way to reestablishing the Bruins critically with the fan base and the recruits.
Adams gets to the bucket again. That's 3 layups for UCLA. By the way, Norman Powell picked up his second foul, so the Bruins with substitutions. Freshman Zach Levine in the game along with Steve's son Bryce Alford as the Bruins play zone.
Both teams going small now. Tarczewski to the bench. Norman Powell.
Well, they call a kick, that looks like that because it's not a, if you throw it off the back of a guy's leg, it's not a kick.
But if they throw it off the front of his foot, that is a kick.
By definition, yes. Here's Johnson and brick the 3, rebounded by Kyle Anderson.
You've got to hit those flash cutters when they're wide open like that, as Travis Ware just was.
Ashley with a rebound. We mentioned Alford is on the floor. Normally he is the backup point guard, and Kyle Anderson will go to the power forward position as we have a... And Arizona goes big in with Tarczewski back on the floor.
I love the fact that Arizona, as the number one team, has an incredibly tight rotation. Basically just 7 guys.
York from way out as Anderson with a good box out. He's got to defend the big. Tarczewski now ahead to Ware, and Ware can't finish with the left hand. Pulled down by Rondé Hollis Jefferson, another terrific freshman for Arizona. McConnell on the drive, and he flips it in off the glass.
McConnell is one of those spirit guys. He and Nick Young out there together, they're the guys that make this team so very special. Yeah, they got the big power front line, but the glue, the unselfishness of McConnell.
Long 3 by Levine, who's shooting 45% from out there. Freshman out of Seattle, one of their leading scorers this year at 12 points per game.
Arizona's a team that lost 5 key players from last year, and this year they're significantly better.
And Mark Lyons was their point guard. This guy didn't play much last year. Gabe York, he only averaged 2 points per game, but he's almost quadrupled his scoring here in 2014. Solomon Hill was a part of that Arizona team. Grant Jarrett, who decided to go to the NBA. Angelo Chol elected to transfer. He was a...
Last year, couldn't get in the lineup, wasn't playing the defense necessary. Plus, they had so many other guys, including Karen Parent, Mark Lyons was not coming out of the game. Solomon Hill was not coming out.
Almost a steal by York. UCLA ball, down 4. 9-2 run with Gordon with the block. Anderson got it back, couldn't put it in, but there's Tony Parker. Parker playing more minutes this year and having more impact. Here's Adams for 3. Easy rebound for Aaron Gordon, whose brother Drew, by the way, played here at UCLA, then transferred to New Mexico where he played for Steve Alford. Good pass by Gordon. Unable to finish was Hollis Jefferson. And now Arizona foul. The second on the Wildcats.
The difference in style, Dave. Get this done by yourself. Nobody makes it to the top of the mountain by themselves.
Bruins just one of their last 9 from the floor. They almost turned it over there. Sloppy possession. Here's Parker posting up. Now he'll face up and puts up an air ball.
Bruins don't have that one guy who you can just give it to and get something good. Arizona, you can go to Gordon, you can go to Nick Young, you can go to Tarczewski, you can go to Hollis Jefferson, and McConnell is such a great setup guy.
Arizona very patient. They find York, and this time he can't hit the 3. Look at Gordon keep it alive, but eventually controlled by Parker. Alford looking to push the tempo, drives, wild shot. There's Parker with the follow tip.
Persistent pace. UCLA has to show that they're in good enough condition. Steve Alford told Andy Katz they want to do that, but you better be in the kind of condition that the Arizona Wildcats are in.
Gordon into the lane. Can't get it to drop. Hollis Jefferson I don't know if that was intentional, but it's a three-point opportunity.
And what Chris Rounds, the strength and conditioning coach here, for absolutely fantastic what he's done. The scientific approach, the year-round weight training, the emphasis on reducing body fat here. After spending years at Kentucky, Loyola Marymount, and Xavier with Sean Miller, he's now been in Tucson for 5 years.
Aaron Gordon, by the way, picked up a foul on the other end, his first. UCLA ball midway through the first half. It's a 4-point Wildcat lead. Anderson off the dribble, in rhythm, can't get it to go, and it's controlled by McConnell. Now an alley-oop. Oh, Gordon! What a finish! Terrific throwdown by Gordon. An incredible catch, too.
The soft retreat defensively for the Bruins will not get it done. Somebody has to pressure the ball on McConnell at all times to keep him from having those looks.
Here's Anderson inside, gets it to go. You know, Bill, a lot of people have compared Gordon, at least his athletic ability, to that of Blake Griffin, who plays here in Los Angeles with the Clippers. You see that?
Blake's a lot bigger and a lot older.
Well, he's, I think, compared to what Blake was as a freshman, not today.
No, I'm talking about taller.
They're both about 6'8", 6'9".
Oh, Blake's a lot bigger than that.
So I guess your answer is no. Out of bounds. Off of
reader, a psychology major, great interest in business, fantastic parents. Ed, Shelley's not here tonight. She'll be at the USC game on Sunday over at the Galen Center.
Levine with a floater. Neat shot by Levine on the baseline to cut the Arizona lead to 2. Bruins sticking with that zone. Nick Johnson not really been a factor so far. As
he's the most important. He's the best player on the best team. And to come out in the biggest game of the year, this game's going to go a long way to determining what goes down at the end. You got to be there at the start. Be at your best when your best is needed.
Off the screen, Levine with a quick shot. And cleared by Tarczewski. Tarczewski with 7 points, a game high. 2-point Arizona lead. And David Ware trying to cut off in a Big 12 clash. In North Carolina, 7-5 against unranked teams, at 3-0 against ranked squad.
Don't ever count Roy Williams and North Carolina out. They're fine. They'll be okay.
Syracuse, pretty good team. Tyler Ennis, outstanding freshman. Tarczewski now with 9 points for U of A.
Syracuse is really good. The length, the athleticism, the versatility, the ability to switch everything. That is a really good team. And then that nice guard you mentioned.
U-team.
Tyler Ennis, a nice player to watch there at Syracuse.
Get a 4-point Arizona lead, 22-18, nearing 8 minutes to play in the first half. Here's Johnson driving. Beautiful hang and score for the first field goal. Arizona's top scorer, Nick Johnson.
If you're going to play zone defense, you can't give up penetration to a guy who's starting from 25 feet away.
Got a foul before the shot on Arizona.
But that ability to come and make something of your life, which is what college is all about, and all these young guys chasing it down here. It's just been a fantastic experience to see who were sleeping outside to get their lottery tickets to get in here early and get the prime seats.
Arizona just picked up a foul on that inbound attempt by Tarczewski, the 15 foul on Arizona. Anderson can't score from the foul line, but Parker rips it away from 2 Arizona players.
Slow on their passing. Their passes are soft. They're lazy. So the opening is denied because they're not moving the ball quick enough.
6-point Arizona lead with 7.5 remaining here in the first half. Anderson trying to get position. He'll get called.
You can't get in a slugget fast with the Arizona Wildcats. They're just too big and too powerful, too strong. Got to move that ball. You got to run.
Johnson thought about the 3. There's McConnell, who has 2 years of eligibility left. He's from Pittsburgh, as is Sean Miller, and their families knew each other growing up. TJ's aunt is Susie McConnell. Coach a kick. Gordon misfires. He was working on 3-point shots after practice today for about 15 minutes. Levine, tough pass there, but Parker able to catch and put it in.
Tony Parker bailing out some horrendous passing for the Bruins. But the McConnell family is basically a who's who in the history of basketball in Western Pennsylvania.
And Susie won a couple of gold medals as a player.
One of the problems with playing this zone, beautiful interior pass.
Anderson with the rejection on Ashley.
One of the problems with playing the zone defense is you just can't pressure the passer. Very difficult to play against somebody who's bigger than you are if you're not putting pressure on the ball.
Anderson off the dribble, able to hit over Ashley. Back to a 2-point game with 6 minutes to go in the first. Johnson fires at three. It's good. Nick Johnson shooting 37% on the year from behind the arc.
Beautiful pace to this game. Up and down, lots of shots. Very little stoppage of play. Good penetration and dish. Finally, crisp passing, Bryce Alford. Excellent.
And David Ware cans the J. Johnson has it poked free by Anderson. 3 on 2. Alford. And a jump ball is...
Oh, my goodness.
I thought that in my day when I was playing, the point guard just took it to the rim and didn't pass. It's because I was the point guard.
Happiness begins when selfishness ends, Dave.
Here's Parker spinning on Ashley, and another foul on Ashley. They're letting them play early, but this new emphasis on freedom of movement where hand checking and arm bars are going to be called.
Good. They should call it. They should call traveling.
Parker committed to dropping some weight. He lost about 25 pounds. He's a big reason why UCLA 12-2 on the year.
But the fan appreciation of that concentration, the determination, the excellent execution of every fundamental possible.
1-point lead for Arizona. Number 1 in the country, 15-0. Ashley with an easy basket off the good entry pass.
Hollis Jefferson. Sean Miller today raving about Hollis Jefferson's passing ability. This guy Hollis Jefferson, we're going to be seeing and talking to him a lot.
Right, everybody's talked so much about Aaron Gordon, but Hollis Jefferson, a McDonald's All-American, an excellent player as well. As the three goes to tie it at 29 as we're inside 5 to go in the first half.
Well, one of the things that makes this game so critical for UCLA is that Arizona is in a position that they can really put a lock on West Coast basketball. Los Angeles, it never stops. About the all-time Arizona basketball team. Bob Elliott in the middle. Mike Bibby, Jason Terry out in front. Sean Elliott and Richard Jefferson as the wings.
Levine can't get it to drop. But Terry, hello. Appreciate you saying that. As Levine's second free throw is good.
Life is a series of choices. We wish Gilbert the best.
2-point lead for UCLA, nearing the 4-minute mark here in the first half.
We love Gilbert, and he used to wake up and he will be on our living room couch.
Let's save the rest of the story for off there. Broken up by Levine. Doesn't have numbers. Doesn't care. And got it stripped by McConnell. Poor decision there. And now Arizona with numbers, but a good play by Ware. Otherwise, Tarzan.
At Stanford. The thrill of a lifetime for me.
To work with Rebecca Lobo? Or to just do a women's basketball game?
To do a women's basketball game. I love the women's game.
Here's Jordan Adams, only 2 points so far, and that one way off the mark. Got it back after Hollis Jefferson had trouble at the foul line on the other end. Knocked out of bounds.
Hey, we can play against this team that's bigger and stronger and better than we are. UCLA's winning the battle of the boards, shockingly.
8 offensive rebounds for the Bruins. Adams catch and shoot, won't go. And controlled by Bruins. Adams catch and shoot, won't go. And controlled by McConnell. Done a good job on the defensive glass for Arizona so far.
McConnell's everywhere.
Arizona down, but that's not unfamiliar territory this year. They've trailed at the half 5 times this year, but 15-0 in the season. Their best record, 16-0 in school history, was 1932. They can match that with a win tonight. York for 3. His second triple, and Arizona back on top.
That's York's game. You can't just let him stand on that three-point line and let an easy pass be uncontested.
Travis Ware. Boy, you hit it in the open about the importance of the Ware brothers, and they're knocking down some shots on the perimeter tonight.
Their game is skill, but that requires movement. They're not the type of guys just give it to them and get out of their way. No, you got to create for them. Beautiful interior passing.
You see the unselfishness of Aaron Gordon, able to hit Nick Johnson on the cut.
Wild play.
And a defensive foul is called
against North Carolina. These guys are men now. They have to obviously act like that and be very physical. That's what Alford wanted. Physical play out of that front court.
It's a mindset, Andy. And right now the Bruins are playing with that. They've earned themselves a tie, but a couple made free throws and they'd be up in this game. But their defense is just not smart enough at this point. Whoa.
York and Volma. Another highlight jam by Aaron Gordon.
Hey, speaking of oh my, remember Dick Enberg? Dick Enberg got his start here at UCLA back in 1967. He was a broadcaster. Today's his birthday. John Lithgow.
What an interesting tandem that is.
Fantastic. They got good seats tonight. Phil and John, thank you guys for your creativity, inspiration, and innovation.
I know you were a big fan of Lithgow's role in Footloose as the dad. As Johnson hits a three, Nick Johnson gives Arizona a 3-point lead.
I'm a big fan of Jonathan Lithgow and everything that he does. That guy is brilliant, dedicated, disciplined.
All right, enough on Lithgow. Alford missing. Parker gets to the loose ball. Spins. Oh, rejected by Ashley. And now
Paul. No matter how good the coach is, you got to have the players. That guy, Chris Paul, is phenomenal.
Here's a three-pointer by York. It's good again. 3 triples for Gabe York.
He's not going to miss that shot. You can't give him that shot.
Largest lead for Arizona has been 6. Right now a 4-point advantage. Levine off target. The hustle by Parker, and then it ends up in the hands of Jordan Mays from LA.
Somebody might want to guard Gabe York. He's number 1, standing right over in front of Steve Alford on the UCLA bench.
Well, they're playing zone, and they said that they wanted to force Arizona to make threes. But
not him, though.
Yeah, not him. Here's Mays from the corner. They didn't get out on him. Off the heel, and long rebound to Johnson.
Missed Brandon Ashley over the top.
Arizona will hold for the final shot of the half. Number 1, leading by 4. Wildcats looking to go to 16-0 on the season. Last time UCLA beat number 1 was Arizona in 2003. The step-back 3 won't go. Rebound Hollis. Jefferson tried to...
That's okay. UCLA just has 4. They should be pushing the ball a little bit more. Try passing the ball more if you're the UCLA Bruins coming to the hoop.
Leading score for Arizona has 8 points and 7 rebounds off the bench. You heard Sean Miller tell Andy Katz at halftime, we've got to rebound like men. That means keeping Tony Parker off the offensive glass. He had 5 offensive rebounds.
Rebounds are a result of good defense.
They try to hit Tarzewski, and Gordon turns it over. That's the 9th giveaway by the Wildcats. Kyle Anderson had 6 rebounds, 6 points, 2 assists in that first half for UCLA, trying to beat a number 1 team for the first time in 11 years.
Arizona's style, though, they have 16 baskets, 13 assists from 7 different players. Here's McConnell one more time. What a beautiful player. And what a difference the little guy from Duquesne makes. Hasn't been such a good player from Duquesne since Norm Nixon.
That extends the lead to 6 for Arizona, matching its largest lead of the game. Here's David Ware on the baseline, in and out. Another rebound for McConnell. He's been hitting the glass. He's got 5 boards. Smallest guy on the floor. Beautiful teardrop by Nick Johnson.
Play your game. Dictate the terms of the conflict. Bruins playing wildly right now. Get shots that you've practiced.
And Jordan Adams now 1 of 7. He's their leading scorer coming in. Johnson on the cut is pushed.
Well, he said this game could be in the 80s, and he said that's a good pace for us. I didn't think you'd hear that from a UCLA coach. Good pace in the 80s.
The pace is fine. It's the execution in the basket area that has really hurt you. Well, we'll sort of work our way into it. That's not going to get it done against the number 1 team in the country.
Another foul on UCLA on Travis Ware, 2nd team foul on the Bruins here in a minute and a half. Arizona with an 8-point lead. Johnson just inside the arc, too strong. Cleared by Adams.
Jordan Adams has to come alive here. Nick Johnson has done an excellent defensive job, and they're able to switch everything because of the versatility of guys like Brandon Ashley.
Powell gets to the rim and scores. He got off to a great start, then picked up 2 fouls and played only 5 first half minutes, but now has 6 points and about 6 minutes played.
He has to keep TJ McConnell in front of him. Careless turnover for the Cats up front.
They're at the limit that Sean Miller set, saying that's what he thought they could only commit to win, just 10.
And they're winning already.
Adams, tough shot, but able to hit over the defender, Nick Johnson, and it's back to a 4-point game.
TJ McConnell gives up the ball at just the right time. He doesn't hang on to it too long. He's knocked to the ground here. Traveling violation. Sean Miller beside
for Sean Miller. Went 27-8. Remember, they started 14-0 last year.
He started coaching 5 years ago, and he was 40 years old. When Lute Olson started in the mid-'80s, he was 49. You can see a good long run ahead for Sean Miller.
It's Ware again. David's jumper makes it a 2-point game. 3 minutes gone by here in the second half. 6 straight points for the Bruins.
Bruins infinitely better, Dave, when they pass the ball hard and shoot quickly on the reception.
Gordon trying to go one-on-one, missed the shot, but Tarczewski is there. And is 4 for 4 from the field now with 11 points.
Love the lob pass by Drew Gordon down the lane.
Oh, you called that a lob? First of all, that was Aaron Gordon. I don't think that was a pass, as Adams pricked it and then got fouled on the second attempt.
It was definitely a spending time down there at Venice Beach and Santa Monica and everything. What they did miss was the Jimmy Cliff concert on September 12th at the Santa Monica Pier with 25,000 fans. We got a game here.
Yeah, back to reality. Hollis Jefferson out to Johnson. Arizona with a 2-point lead. 4 minutes gone by here in the second half. Wildcats 15-0, ranked number 1 in the country for the 5th consecutive week.
UCLA the all-time record holder at that.
Shot clock at 7. McConnell, good D by UCLA. Timer at 2. Johnson gets it away, banks it in. A 3.
TJ McConnell. It's almost unfair when you have a point guard that passes the ball.
Anderson driving, tough shot, too strong.
But the footwork defensively for the Wildcats superior.
Play 4 opponents in a rotating schedule every 2 years, and I talked to the Pac-12 earlier today. They said right now it's not changing, although Arizona Athletic Director Greg Byrne told me he's going to talk to Dan Guerrero, his partner over at UCLA, and say, look, we got to change this. They don't play twice, guys, until the 2015-16 season. Got to make that difference. Make a change, Bill.
And the ACC, which is facing the same problems.
And you know this guy.
Luke Walton, sit up straight, please. Posture.
Luke was part of this great rivalry in the early 2000s.
And the fans were always very nice to Luke, too.
Gordon on the draw. Beautiful finish by Gordon. His first basket of the second half, and it's back to a 7-point Arizona lead.
UCLA has not been able to control the tempo here in the second half. They're not able to get into their running game. Their defense is not creating turnovers. And then the creation here, while that shot goes down, you're not going to be able to beat the #1 team in America playing that way. With dribble, 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 and then take your own shot.
That's 8 points for Anderson. He's playing the point guard position for the Bruins at 6'9". Doing a good job of it so far this year.
Beautiful flash cut by Nick Johnson.
And good defense by Adams. Adams now out on the run. York will challenge. Whistle. No basket. They're going to call it.
That'll spread the court, and then you lay it back off to somebody else. Pass the ball, please.
Adams will stay on the floor with 3 fouls. Inside 14 minutes remaining. York will take it to the rim and draw a foul. The 15th foul on the Bruins.
Tough shot. That will lead to turnovers. That will lead to missed shots. You got to get the rebound again, get out in transition. And your offensive style, a rare miss by Gabe York. That guy's got a classic stroke.
Got to his own miss, though. McConnell, a spot up three. In and out, rebounded by Anderson. Arizona, though, has been so good defensively in this game and all season. Coming third in the nation in scoring defense is Levine.
We can just stand here and see what you've got. UCLA doesn't have that. They've got to move that ball. They've got to use their brain, their intuition, their innovation skills, and then their commitment to the team game to get it going, create some opportunities. Nice pass.
And the jam by Tarczewski. Powell, who just picked up his third foul on the other end, didn't want to get number 4. And Tarczewski is 5 of 5 from the field, 13 points, and it's an 8-point lead again. Timeout.
Wife Bree on his left in the middle of the picture.
And Lori Walton, your wife, in the picture as well.
Yes. She's always in the picture. She is the picture.
Well,
a UCLA grad herself.
Here's Anderson. Will drive. Anderson can't get it. And up high to get the rebound is Rondé Hollis-Jefferson.
Arizona has done a smarter job in their theory tonight here. You want to make a guy like McConnell, who's a passer, make him a scorer. You want to make Ryan Anderson, who does everything, you want to make him beat you with his shooting, and he has missed all his shots tonight.
Kyle Anderson.
Kyle Anderson.
Shot clock at 9 for Arizona. McConnell alley-oop. Ashley can't finish, but he's fouled by Powell.
Make him a scorer. You want to make Ryan Anderson, who does everything, you want to make him beat you with his shooting, and he has missed all his shots tonight.
Kyle Anderson.
Kyle Anderson.
Shot clock at 9 for Arizona. McConnell alley-oop. Ashley can't finish, but he's fouled by Powell.
Williams Goss from Washington with Lorenzo Wilmot. Those are all on the same high school team. Things have changed.
And for the first time, Arizona leads by double figures 8 minutes into the second half. See if Jordan Adams could get going. Just 2 of 9 from the field, the leading scorer for the Bruins.
Running around down there, that is just fantastic to watch.
By the way, in this game, Arizona outscoring UCLA 10-2 in the paint here in the second half, and now 30 paint points. Overall, a 10-2 run. Who's going to put it in the hole for Arizona?
Please. You get a great back cut like that by Levine. You got to put that ball up there. Let him go get it.
Anderson just 4 of 11. Tried to get it in with the left hand. A nifty attempt. And now
Bruins are walking around with slouched shoulders. Beautiful back cut by Bryce Alford.
But he can't finish. Anderson is there. He can't put it back. Adams. He missed it. And finally, Gordon secures it. Look at him run the break. Johnson puts it in.
And that's why they're the best team in the country. They turn a layup for the other team into a 4-on-1 fast break for them.
And now Gordon picks up his third foul. Boy, has he been fantastic tonight on both ends of the floor.
And what a fine young man whose dad, Ed, played for Smokey Gaines at San Diego State. How about how great the Aztecs are these days?
There's Levine. That's a punch that the Bruins could use tonight. Normally one of their leading scorers, but he has struggled so far and really his biggest game.
But Arizona is making the Bruins play one-on-one basketball, which is not their game. Beautiful passing.
And Hollis-Jefferson unable to finish. Boy, it looked like a foul on Ashley for over the back. No call. UCLA ball down 10 midway through the second half. Number 1, Arizona looking to go to 16-0. Will take on USC this weekend. Adams with the rebound, and this time UCLA with a third chance gets the basket. 8-point game. Crowd back into it here at Pauly.
Trying to make these players believe for UCLA. The home team will not get tired. You've got to not mistake activity for achievement. Traveling by T.J. McConnell out, but Sean Miller said, you go back and stay in there. You're doing just fine, young man. This guy is fun to watch.
13 turnovers by Arizona after the traveling violation. Alford picked up by the bigger Gordon. Gordon can defend him and did pretty well. Alford not there. Adams again rejected by Tarczewski. Adams rips it away. And then Gordon. Wow, missed them both.
Badly.
He's 3 of 6 at the line tonight. He does have 10 rebounds for just 9 points. That could have cut the Arizona lead to 6.
Yeah, but the Bruins are ill-advisedly intent on beautiful play. That flash cut right there, perfect rhythm. The guard play for Arizona has been superb. Sean Miller, a guard in his own right, a passing guard. Damon Stoudemire now on the staff for the Wildcats. This has been a beautiful performance of basketball from the #1 ranked team tonight.
Levine will drive the lane, can't finish, rolled it off the rim. He couldn't believe it.
Tarczewski's in transition.
Inside 9 minutes to go.
Nice job defensively by Levine, slowing down T.J. McConnell in the backcourt.
Arizona shooting 56% and holding UCLA to 36%. Just one made 3 by the Bruins in this game.
And did you say earlier that UCLA is the #1 ranked shooting team in the country?
53% on the year. Shot clock at 5. Ashley catching in a high post. Lost the ball, and Adams has it for UCLA. Anderson going one-on-one. Got caught in the air, but finds Parker. A rare touch in the second half for Parker, and he sticks it in.
A rare pass for the UCLA Bruins. Everybody who's coming down is trying to make their own play off their own dribble. What would Phil Jackson say? Come and have a seat on the bench next to me.
Entry pass to Ashley. Contact with Parker. Tarczewski. And how about Tarczewski? 6 of 6 from the floor.
Coming back off that bad ankle. It was Tarczewski who turned the game around against Drexel, and they just pounded it inside the entire second half. This guy is a rock.
Levine driving, and a foul is called.
But he's the type of guy, just like his uncle was, a phenomenal person and a great player, big game player, always there when you needed him, whatever it was for. We miss DJ, the Hall of Famer, and our best to Donna and the other children now.
Arizona ball and a 10-point lead. Approaching the 7-minute mark. Hollis Jefferson able to collect and put it in.
Oh, they just isolated him there against Kyle Anderson, and Hollis Jefferson just took him to school. Beautiful spin move, recovery, balance, and then explosion in the basket area.
Well, watch the team defense by Arizona. There are no more driving lanes or passing lanes. They get bailed out here with a...
It was the greatest day of basketball in the history of San Diego, the 8th largest city in our country.
Finally, a free throw goes as Anderson gets the second one. They were hot for a while, but they've gone cold here in the last 5 minutes.
But the best thing about Arizona's defense is that they're making the other team play a game they don't want to play.
York too strong. Offensive rebound by Johnson. Adams trying to take it away and could not.
What we were able to do is what this UCLA team has to do. Use their speed, their quickness, their intelligence, their commitment to the higher ideals of the team to get it done against physically superior opponents.
Johnson did not get control of it. He wanted a 3 up top. There's the screen from Tarczewski.
Beautiful passing.
The high-low, Hollis Jefferson.
Nice.
Extra pass. Johnson with a one-handed jam. Terrific possession by Arizona.
Beautiful basketball for Arizona. And a huge Southern California presence of Arizona graduates. A lot of them here tonight. Sean Miller really trying to focus in and get these guys serious. The Wildcats were swept in Los Angeles a year ago.
And now Adams 3 of 13 as he misses that one. McConnell spinning. Strip, and it's Anderson with it for UCLA.
Beautiful. T.J. McConnell just had that play the entire way. That guy is fun to watch. And such a physical specimen there.
Questions for Arizona going forward. They're going to win a championship. What about their bench? In terms of points, Gabe York gets about 70% of the bench points, and then foul shooting. That's the other question for Arizona in terms of winning a championship. 68% of the year, although over 70 the last 5 games.
They got Hollis Jefferson. That guy can really play basketball.
Kyle Anderson with a jumper. And a timeout by UCLA.
Went to Malibu, and the rest is history. Came into this building in the NCAA tournament. They won a game, and then they took the Bruins to the wire. The scouts were all here. On his way to the Hall of Fame.
Arizona with an 11-point lead inside 5 minutes to go. UCLA has not beaten #1 since 2003. You remember UCLA lost to Notre Dame in 1974 when the Bruins were #1. But then 1 week later when Notre Dame was #1, Bill Walton and company bounced back to knock off the Irish as Alford hits a 3, and it's back to an 8-point game. I didn't realize that those 2 games were within a week of each other back in 1974.
January 19th. Still totally embarrassed. What a disaster. What a disgrace.
After a 94-75 win, you still were upset?
Well, he had lost the week before. Beautiful back cut.
And Adams.
For 7 straight years, they won the championship and were always #1.
Oh, great play by Anderson. It looked like Tarczewski fouled Adams.
Ball was even coming his way.
He missed the front end of the 1-and-1, and Jordan Adams with his 11th rebound. A critical stretch here for Arizona on defense. And UCLA can it get a good shot? Can it find a passing lane or a driving lane? Here they call it.
Kind of Washington.
Yeah.
Washington's not a very good team this year. And then they turned it up. You can't just turn it on and off.
Although they've been able to this year, but can they sustain it? As we hit the 4-minute mark, a 7-0 UCLA run to get back within 6. There's McConnell off the Tarczewski screen. Arizona being patient, working the perimeter of the defense.
Ton of time.
Skip pass to Johnson, the 3. Won't go, Anderson rebound. UCLA looking to push. Arizona gets back. Anderson drives. Can't get it, but a foul.
Make the Wildcats beat them off the dribble as opposed to the easy penetration and dish that has been the Wildcats' style here in the second half.
O'Connell, Gordon, and Ashley all on the floor, all with 4 personal fouls for Arizona. Again, Arizona being patient, taking the shot clock down inside 10 seconds. Gordon driving, and they're going to call a foul situation with a shooter like Aaron Gordon. That's twice now he's missed the front end of 1-on-1 situation. UCLA ball down 4 inside 3 minutes to go.
If your success is based on the failures of others, you're not going to have much success.
Anderson gets past his man, and it's fouled by Hollis Jefferson. But they maybe thinking that UCLA is going to foul him again after missing front end of 1-on-1s on consecutive possessions. Anderson gets the second one. It's a 3-point game. Big pass, Hall of Famer Bill Walton, Andy Katz here at Pauley. Nick Johnson's 3 won't go. Arizona trying to go to 16-0 and stay at #1. But UCLA is coming. Here's Adams for 3. It's good! We're tied at 68. The Bruins are back. Run by UCLA.
Arena. They went to Michigan. They played Duke in the NIT. They've been in these situations, Bill and Dave. They know what to do down the stretch.
We'll see how they handle it as we hit the 2-minute mark. Tie game, 13 straight points by UCLA. Ashley fouled by Levine. He thought he'd trouble with 4 apiece for UCLA.
Arizona extending the floor defensively. In this matchup here, Anderson and Hollis Jefferson. Beautiful thing to watch.
Bruins have not led since late in the first half, 33-32. Looking to go up here. Anderson lost it. Alford goes baseline. And
like Bryce Alford, who's coming along that baseline, no need to foul him to see what kind of finishing capability he has.
First lead for the Bruins since late in the first half. How will the #1 team in the country respond? Now trailing after leading with 6 minutes to go by 13 points. Well, they continue to work the shot clock. They almost turn it over. Johnson with the floater. Rims around and drops through, and the Wildcats are back on top by 1.
that prevent offense that Arizona is utilizing right now. The only thing that's preventing is them winning this game.
That's 21 now. Great fake by Anderson. Kicks to Alford. He lost it as he drove. Numbers for Arizona. McConnell missed it. Rebound by Gordon. He has it blocked by Anderson, but a foul. Down the first one, 45% shooter on the season. Got them both. 4 straight points by Arizona since UCLA took its first lead since late in the first half. And now nobody to inbound the ball to. 4 personal fouls.
So they're going to be very cautious. Don't waste any time here. Just race it up and drive right to the basket.
So they have Levine bringing the ball up and Anderson off the ball. Levine drives to the corner for Adams. The 3, no good. It was a good look. He couldn't get it.
Boston Celtics.
Missed the second one. Anderson with the rebound. 1 timeout left. UCLA ball down 4. 45 seconds remaining. Anderson going one-on-one.
Great
and it's traveling. Yep, terrific.
Working. Easy play to call with the shuffle.
Anderson with 4 fouls, so Steve Alford will put him on the bench here in a situation where you would think the Bruins will foul if they can't get a steal. Here's Johnson. Don't want to foul him. They triple team him. Dangerous pass, but all the UCLA players are on the sideline. And now they'll foul on the way he played.
And Sean and T.J. McConnell's dad were Little Panthers together back in the Pittsburgh days. Quite a few decades ago.
Here's Anderson. UCLA down 6. He gets past Gordon and flips it in. And UCLA with all of the 5 guys on the floor, at least by percentage this year. The worst free throw shooter is McConnell. Johnson is their best at 82%. They had no choice. UCLA was able to erase that 13-point deficit.
You'd always like to play better if you're Arizona. Rebound better. Sean Miller was extremely unhappy.
Oh, Levine a 3, and it's a 2-point game. They inbound it to York. UCLA has to foul. Well, have to get it up the floor in a hurry. He calmly nails both, and it's a 4-point lead for Arizona. York to the bench. Hollis Jefferson in for defense.
We got to get Andy Katz to get them to change this rule. You should not be able to substitute after a made free throw.
UCLA has to hustle. 2-possession game. Here's Levine. He'll put up the 3. Off the side of the rim. Arizona rebounds. Arizona hangs on.